Alright, hi everybody, and welcome to my Smackdown review for July 27th, 2012, emanating from the Sprint Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Well, the show kicked off with The Miz coming down in the ring to deliver a promo about how he won the Intercontinental Championship from Christian, and he thanks his peeps for voting Christian in to defend his Intercontinental title on the 1000th episode of Raw last Monday night. And before he gets too far into the promo, Christian comes out to the ring and he wants to invoke his... He's not going to wait to invoke his rematch clause. He's going to do it right now. So we have an impromptu IC title match between The Miz and Christian. The match wasn't that bad, really. It just seemed like it dragged on forever and ever. Miz ended up winning after a Greco-Roman thumb to the eye and a rope and a pull of the tights. So Miz retains. Alright, your next match was Ryback against Jinder Mahal. Jinder actually did get a little bit of offense in on this match. It's nice to see that they're slowly giving Ryback tougher competition all the time, working him up the card, you know. But Ryback got, he's just basically started piss pounding him, and Jinder Mahal got out while the getting was good, and Ryback ends up winning by count out. Not much else to say about this. It just, I guess Jinder Mahal he might be about one of the smartest men in WWE, because he didn't take he didn't get that Samoan drop or whatever, the Torture X Samoan drop or whatever you want to call that move, but well, it didn't seem like there was a lot going on in the first hour, but we're already up to our 1 hour main event, which is Sheamus against Cody Rhodes. Match was pretty decent, actually. Cody carried a lot of the match, I thought. Sheamus got his spots in there, of course, but Sheamus ends up going over clean with the Brogue Kick. What else would you expect? Ziggler came down there at about the middle of the match to scope things out with Vicky Guerrero. After the match, Ziggler teases cashing in the Money in the Bank. And what do you know, Chris Jericho comes up from behind him with a Dolph Ziggler t-shirt on. I thought that was a pretty good touch. So Ziggler gets rolled into the ring, and what happens? Well, you know what happens. He eats another Brogue Kick. Wow. Yeah, we haven't seen that before, have we? And then, Jericho's kind of just standing over him, and then for a little bit, and once Ziggler gets up, then he eats a code breaker. So I guess further in that storyline along, that's probably going to be a match for SummerSlam, I would have to think. But I thought that was a really good segment, actually, believe it or not. Then we have a non-title match for the U.S. title between Santino and Antonio Cesaro with Oksana. Well, Cesaro wins clean with his finisher, and you would think he would be the #1 contender for the U.S. title, and I would be perfectly okay with this, because I think Santino's held this title long enough, and if you're going to job out your U.S. champion, why not take the belt off him first? I'm just saying. Alright, then they showed the recap of Damien Sandow and interrupting DX on the 1000th episode of Raw from Monday night. That was a really big segment to put a guy like Sandow in against a bunch of legends like the original DX. Even with Billy Gunn and Road Dogg and X-Pac. He eats the sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels and the pedigree from Triple H. But it kind of leads into the match between him and Yoshitatsu. Big squash, basically. Sandow won clean with his finisher, and that's about all you can say about this match. You're welcome. Alright, then you come up to your main event, which is the Fatal 4-Way for the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship between Rey Mysterio, ADR, Daniel Bryan, and Kane. At times I thought this match was a real clusterfuck with everybody in the ring doing this, that, and the other thing. But other than that, the match really wasn't that bad for a 4-way. Ray ended up hitting the 619 on both ADR and Daniel Bryan. He hit the splash off the rope onto Bryan. Goes for the pin, and Ricardo pulled him out, and ADR picks up the scraps, and he's your #1 contender. The only thing I have a problem with this is, wasn't Del Rio already the #1 contender to begin with? So, what was really the point of this match then? That's the part of the match. That's the part of the thing I didn't get. I thought ADR was already the #1 contender for Sheamus' world title, but I guess they just had to reiterate it, didn't they? Okay, final thoughts on this show. There really wasn't much to write home about. I mean, outside of the Jericho Ziggler segment where Jericho had Ziggler's T-shirt on and gave him the code breaker and that, but otherwise, what does it really do? I mean, ADR was already the #1 contender for the world title, so, and he still is. So, what was the difference of that, and what real purpose did this match really serve? But other than that, I didn't think this show was all that great personally. But anyway, let me know what you thought about it, and I will see you later. Bye bye.